Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Sorry, Volume 3. What am I? There's like 2017, right? Volume 3 had an amazing, almost unheard of second week hold. We're talking $60 million. It is a 51% drop from the first week. Almost unheard of, right? Almost unheard of in regards to all of that. It just never really happened. So here's what we know. As of today, okay, as of May 14th, 2023, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 has made $528.8 million worldwide. This is including $213.2 million domestic and $315.6 million internationally. The film doing gangbusters in theaters. So obviously this thing's going to have some legs before it hits home videos. If you're just kind of curious about what the region breakdown is for box office, obviously North America domestic 213.2, Europe 125.4, Asia 100 million, Latin America 60 million, Middle East and Africa 30.2 million. Weird that they combined the Middle East and Africa. Those are both relatively large places, right? Well, I mean, obviously Africa way bigger than the Middle East, but still, that's like a solid third of our entire continent, of our countries out there. But anyway, Guardians has been doing very well. It has an 82% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes and an average audience score of 4.5 out of 5. The film has also been just a massive commercial success, marking the swan song of James Gunn's run in regards to the Marvel Cinematic Universe and everything else going on over there, leading up to his Superman Legacy coming out in 2025. What's really interesting about this movie is that it actually has a stronger second weekend hold than most other Marvel movies. In fact, only the first Black Panther and the first Thor have had stronger second weekend holds. And those are also, again, Thor came out in the first week of May 2011. That kicked off the summer season. Hell, Captain America didn't even come out in theaters until July, a couple months later. But Thor really did do a lot to keep things going. And of course, Black Panther opening up mid-February 2018 clearly was going to have a massive staying power, right? I mean, obviously, the original Black Panther is way better than Wakanda Forever because that one's just like a 2-hour goddamn funeral. But still, this is suggesting that the film was resonating with audiences and will continue to be a box office success. I guess all those people out there that just want to say that, oh my gosh, oh my goodness, everything out there is terrible, everything out there is just god awful. Now, one of the funny things I've seen about this is I've seen in regards to like this movie coming out as well as Superman Legacy, I've noticed going back to the writer's strike, I've seen some people on Twitter who just want to get really mad at James Gunn, like legitimately just want to be mad at James Gunn. And so as a result of that, they're like, why was he out there promoting this movie during the writer's strike? Why is he still doing his studio duties, head duties over there at DC? You know what? There's a writer's strike. And it's like, all of these people who just want to shit on James Gunn constantly. The motherfucker has like one of the biggest movies of the year coming out that's getting remarkable scores across the board, a lot of love across the board. A lot of people are just actively loving this movie. It's very heavily talked about on social media. Even like bootleg clips from the film are circulating around in a way that's like not even being taken down by Disney or Marvel. They understand, they get it. They understand the core impact of the series and why discussing it on social media is going to very much keep for a lot of those repeat viewings, repeat showings, as well as keeping it in the conversation, which is only going to ultimately make them more fucking money. So that's why that's happening. I just think it's really interesting that people want to shit on James Gunn for doing his job. That's not being a writer, you know, because they want to, it is, again, look, as I said last night, and I do stand by this, as much as I support the writers in wanting to get residuals and healthcare and to get solid employment contracts and to get the money that they are deserved, All right. Same with actors and same with directors and the producers on the ground. I want everyone to be fairly paid. We also have to acknowledge the fact that a lot of this stuff is hyperbolic and a lot of the stuff on social media is very much designed as a way to just get that social clout. And that's just the way social media works, right? The squeaky wheel gets the grease. So why not shit on the guy that's just, that's going from one company to another during this situation, and he's shown support, but it's because like he's not out there on the picket line. People are upset. Again, it's all just grandstanding nonsense in my opinion. But there we go with that one. But again, like I said, no one's talking about the good things that James Gunn has done. You guys know he did something today. He did something today that is almost remarkable. It's almost unheard of in the social media space when it comes to movies and movie discussions and movie scoopers. This motherfucker got a leaker account to literally shut down. One tweet and a brief exchange got him to shut down. All right. That's the thing. Real quick here, H-Barts for $2. Sorry, buddy. I just saw this. It says, did RJ take back that Guardians was going to fail? I don't know if RJ ever said Guardians was going to fail. It sounds like something RJ would say. And if RJ's in the chat, I'll send him a link. He can absolutely come on. But I don't know if that's the case. I really hope. I don't know if he said that. I don't remember. Maybe he was like, I know RJ gets to be kind of doom and gloom. He gets to be kind of doom and gloom a little bit. Anyway. All right. So this is what so let me tell you what's going on here, right? I don't have the screenshots, I just have the fucking rundown. So actually I'll tell you guys this is 100% accurate. Today I found out ChatGPT-4 allows for web access, right? It's got a beta web access built in. And so what I did is I took all the tweets, the tweet exchanges between DCEU whatever leaks and James Gunn, and I threw just the links into GPT-4 and asked it to summarize the exchange, and it did. And this is what it came up with. This is when James Gunn turns a fake scooper straight. So the exchange between Gunn and the owner of the DCEU Leaks page on Twitter basically seemed to center around the issue of misinformation. The DCEU Leaks account had tweeted that Margot Robbie would no longer be portraying the character Harley Quinn in future DC Universe projects due to her contract with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Remember, there's been a lot of speculation across the board. They even had it, I think, last night here on the show that Kaden and RJ were talking about this. That Margot Robbie is going to be Sue Storm, that Adam Driver is going to be Reed Richards, that it's all but a done deal at this point, yada, yada, yada. Again, I don't trust none of that shit until I fucking see it reported in the Hollywood Reporter, Variety, or Deadline, or one of the major trades, because simply that's just where we have to keep things at this particular point. Now, that particular post went out 13 days ago on May 1st. Okay, but today, James Gunn took issue with that claim and called this guy out, called out the owner of the DCEU Leaks page for spreading lies, expressing concern about the harm the misinformation can cause. And his whole point for that was saying that, he knows Margot, he cares for Margot, and he doesn't, like this information can be hurtful, right? People could believe that she's going to be out of playing Harley Quinn, a character that she's most famous for playing, when we don't know if that is the case or not, all this kind of shit. And it's going to cause a problem, right? Well, anyway, in response to this, which is absolutely crazy because this is not something Grace Randolph would ever do. It's not something that Geeks and Gamers would ever do. Now, this guy's a relative nobody, to be fair. So we have to kind of keep that into account. But the DCEU Leaks account basically made a crack about Gunn finding some of the lies this guy told. Okay, he outright admitted that he was lying. He outright admitted that he was making all this stuff up. And then Gunn came back and said, I don't think that any lying is okay. But he was simply just distinguishing between stupid lies and those that could potentially cause harm. Now, that particular line blurs more often than not these days, right? A stupid lie can snowball into a lie that actually causes problems. We know this. It's happened before. People will take something in a game of telephone and they'll fucking run with it. But, crazy thing, following this exchange, the DCEU Leaks owner acknowledged that their method of spreading misinformation, which they openly admit to lying, was not okay. They confessed to having started the page to share their ideas to gain information about the DCEU, what they believed should happen, and to hopefully cause somebody to reach out to them to give them behind the scenes information about the ongoings of the DCU. So this motherfucker literally went in there with the entire concept of fake it till you make it. Literally, fake it till you make it, hoping that he lies enough that he'll end up getting a response, or someone will reach out to him privately to correct something or corroborate something, which will then give him the upper hand. It's something that I feel Sil Abdul and Mikey Sutton do. And to be honest with you, I think even Mike Zero maybe tried doing that at one point in time before just outright fabricating every single thing that he says. And I don't even know if that motherfucker is still around. I haven't even looked in like a year because there's been no point. But anyway, it's just hysterical to me, exactly like what, all this stuff specifically. So in their final tweet, all right. So I kind of got ahead of myself here. All right. So as a result of Gunn basically saying that your lying can hurt people, this guy did the right thing. And he decided to end his account. He decided to sunset the account. He was like, I'm done with this. Blue Jay for $2. Thank you, buddy. He says, Gunn should do the same with Geekosity. Well, I mean, he did. He called them out one time, right? He did respond to them one time, which they tried to turn into a W. All right. They tried to turn into a W, but that didn't happen. And then H Barts here says that account had in their bio that they were fake. I don't think that they did. I really don't think that they did, based upon what I saw. Right. So, there's, I maybe, I'll go back really quick here and double check. Let me just kind of find the account again. Cause okay. This guy says now, Papa Gunn put light to truth. That's what it said. Source, trust me, bro. That was his location. I mean, again, people like this though, dude, this is the thing with fucking, the internet now, right? That's the stuff with all this shit now is like, you never know. Social media, for example, all the movie shit, right? You never know. People come out and this is how they try to make their money. This is how they did. Yeah, he says it's source. He said sources, trust me, bro. I mean, yeah, no, it's true. I see that. Rational. I did get that, by the way. H Barts, no, it's true, but the guy is like also admitting to what he was trying to do. H Barts here says I don't see the account as bad. I mean, well, the thing is, the guy's kind of like he's admitting to lying. All right, so you gotta take that with a grain of salt,